Good afternoon, guys. For those of you up in the Worcester area and you need your car, truck, Mini Cooper worked on, go to Greasy's Garage. Pete and the gang can fix anything you got. Greasy's Garage. And yes, he always carries Bears products. And for those of you who'd like to learn more about Bears products, call David at 615-854-3057. And he'll answer all your questions. Remember, get 10% off for being from the channel. And then for those of you who'd like to get a cool sweatshirt, t-shirt, mega blanket, and believe me, they're going to come back. Trump is not gone. Go to libtardtees.com. What I wanted to tell you, it's as I thought. As I've told you, I have a source. And I've thought for a while that it's a group of people who are well connected and not just giving information to me, but to other bloggers as well. And which is why when you listen to certain ones of us, you seem to be hearing the same thing. And that's because they are coordinating everything so that honest information gets out, not bad. And anyway, the bottom line is this: things are coming to a head. I don't know how soon. There is no timeline. Forget about timelines. But note this: that things are happening. What happened in the Suez Canal was no accident, and just be aware of that. Let's go to the Gateway Pundit here. So Deirdre Hairston is a young Catholic mother. Deirdre, who is pregnant, already has a 1-year-old. Recently, Deirdre Hairston was arrested during Holy Mass for not wearing a mask. 3 police officers were waiting for her after she went to Holy Communion at Holy Trinity Church. She was kneeling down holding her baby when the police officer said she needed to leave Mass. Yeah, you can't make this up. And when Deirdre continued to kneel and pray, the police officer grabbed her arm and tried to lift her and drag her out of the church. The officer told her she was trespassing by attending Mass. Deirdre later found out the main pastor ratted her out. The usher was in the background screaming, "Lock her up." The police officer then asked her for ID and told her she was going to arrest her. She was told not to come back to this Catholic church again. Deirdre Hairston went on with Dr. Taylor Marshall to tell her story. As they say, this is an insane video. And the incident took place at Holy Trinity Church in Dallas, Texas. The pastor is Father Milton Ryan. And I tell you what, if I was the people there, I would never go back to that church again. Never. What an insane, absolutely, utterly insane thing. And then Pisaki defends in person learning for illegal aliens in San Diego while most schools remain closed in the same county. Well, of course she does. Of course she defends it. What else would she do? I mean, look, for the Democrats, this is their new constituency. This is how they look at all of these illegals. This is their new group. This is where they're going to get all their new votes. Because they see the other votes going bye-bye. So they see the software that they may not be able to use them anymore. And then Fauci is a sociopath. Peter Navarro goes off on compulsive liar and dangerous Fauci. Fauci and many others, I believe, are going to pay one heck of a price later on down the road. And then Stripe bans congressional candidate Laura Loomer so she can't raise funds through the Republican Party. The fact is that at the end of the day, we are all, let me make sure, that's just that as a matter of fact, that's the Republican Party, which I will no longer belong to. But what we're going to have is we're going to have our own platforms. We're going to have our own companies so that we don't get axed. We'll have our own financial companies. And then Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, White House reporters all ignore migrant children drowning in the Rio Grande, answering Biden's open borders invitation. None of them want to discuss the people that are dying because of their horrible policies. None of them want to. And the Connecticut school district shows second graders video featuring cartoon erect penis by mistake. It wasn't by mistake. They meant to do that. These people are nuts. And then Florida State University cancels racist class bashing white women after pushback. You can't, I'm telling you, you can't make this stuff up, folks. It says here, a racist anti-white class that was being offered at Florida State University has been canceled after receiving significant pushback. Good. The class was planning to focus on the history of Karen and attack white women. The term Karen has been widely used as a slur against your average, everyday white woman. Good. It should be canceled. All this stuff, all this propaganda that these Democrats have been putting out there, it all needs to come to an end. Absolutely. So good for you, Florida and Florida State University. And then Communist Chinese borrow a page from Pelosi's playbook. Will no longer seat all democratically elected officials in Hong Kong legislature. There you go. You think that's going to have some backlash? You bet it will. San Antonio is requesting volunteers as its expo hall is being transformed into shelter for illegal alien children. You know, I mean, and I know it's like, when does all this stuff come to an end? I don't know, but it will come to an end. And the thing that I always keep in mind is Soleimani. And then please help me, I do not speak English. Illegal aliens seen with envelopes full of cash at McAllen Airport. Wow. And then Dallas Diocese defends parish after pregnant woman is removed from church, threatened with arrest during the Holy Week for not wearing a mask. And that's pretty sad. The mandate's been lifted, and as well it should be. I mean, excuse me. It's ridiculous and a waste of time and money. Turncoat Mike Pence laying groundwork for 2024 presidential run. Mike, save it. Forget it. You're not gonna go anywhere. And then parents in Loudoun County, Virginia, targeted by school board members for opposing the critical race theory. And the critical, I mean, it's just, they're out to lunch. And then Fauci was wrong. Free states fared better than authoritarian states run by tyrannical leftists. And then as Democrats claim voter ID is racist, now new poll shows nearly 70% of blacks support it. Imagine that one. Yeah. Let's go to Breitbart. In other words, minorities, they want voter ID. And then 7 individuals with direct knowledge of, say, Andrew Cuomo gave royal coronavirus treatment to family and elites. I'm telling you, his world, if he thinks his world is beginning to crumble now, he ain't seen nothing yet. And then while New York nursing homes begged for tests, CNN's Chris Cuomo got VIP tests. And then graphic exclusive. Migrant deaths jump 20% in Texas County, 80 miles from border. Leaked video shows Border Patrol tried to revive 9-year-old migrant girl who drowned crossing the Rio Grande. May she rest in peace. Democrat rep asked Biden to I mean, the parents, I mean, they were so wrong to do this, to send these kids, to sell them out, to sell them to these coyotes. Democrat rep asked Biden to bring the immigrant children to Florida. I bet 23 countries joined WHO to propose worldwide pandemic treaty. Not going to happen. People are bucking it hard. Haley calls to hold China accountable for the virus. Survey: majority disagree with key facets of the For the People Act. NRSC poll: 77% support requiring voters to present a valid ID to vote. I'm sure it's higher than that. UCLA law professor blasted for praising the passports. And then, yeah, I don't think the passports are, I think that's going to really backfire. Human Rights Watch condemns African leaders for supporting Uyghur genocide. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I can't even imagine what they go through. Lankford, GOP senators vent moral outrage at Biden and his progressives. Asian woman attacked in New York City building staff who saw attack suspended. I tell you what, this is not an accident that Asians are all of a sudden being attacked. That is not an accident. Ken Buck thanks Heritage Foundation for foregoing big tech donations. I don't trust Ken Buck, and I don't trust the big tech donations either. And then Google Maps to begin suggesting eco-friendly routes. Crazy? You bet. And then Democrat-run cities brace for Derek Chauvin verdict. You know, I tell you what, people are they've already started to leave these Democrat cities and head to better places. That's all for now. God bless y'all and have a good day. Bye-bye, guys.